which I'm not too sure on that one, on the skill option, but definitely I would definitely recommend searching it up and looking for more information on that. After 1 year within that school, I told myself either I look into teaching or I go back into my sporting role. Something really difficult happened. One of the difficult is I got offered a PE job. I was given an unqualified PE teacher job in a school in Tottenham. I went for the interview. My first session they told me to do, I did a football session, smashed it. They called me for a second interview. I did a gymnastics session, I smashed it. So then they've now told me, you've got the job. It was a brilliant feeling because apart from teaching, my passion was always been in sports. They told me that, oh, okay, I have to come in 2 weeks before the year finishes so that I can get used to the school. Next minute, they're calling me. They said, are you coming? I said, I'm like. So what I did was, obviously I was ready to go and take that job because PE was something I was doing. But the trick there was, it was unqualified PE teacher. Unqualified means you're still teaching sports, but you're not a fully qualified teacher. A week later, I was given an interview in Leeds for my teacher training. I was given that interview a week later. This other school for the sports job, they were calling me. I was trying to delay it till I go to that interview. And then after that interview, if I'm not successful in my teacher training, then obviously I've got the PE job to go into. I kept on delaying it. I was giving excuses that, oh, my manager is not here, my this is not there. When I went to the interview, because I was already working in a school setting, the teacher at the time was really helping me. Said, oh, when you go, this is what you do. And this time I said, you know what, this is my last time I'll be getting this opportunity. So I had to go there. I was fully prepared. I was writing notes. I was writing this. I was writing that. I got to the interview. People were bringing out books, reading long books. So luckily, one of the books that we were doing at the time within the school, I already wrote some parts of it down, and they were like, oh, how are you going to adapt it? I said, oh, this is how I'm going to adapt it. I'll turn it into a drama form. I will do this, I'll do that. Wow. Then we got to the one-to-one interview, and this is where it gets interesting. When we got to the one-to-one interview, the woman asked me, she said, why do you want to become a teacher? And this is what I said to her. I've got it right in front of me, what I said. And I said, according to the Department of Education, only 15% of primary teachers are male, while in secondary, 38% are males. So it means they need more male teachers within the primary school setting, which is true. Because obviously after working in primary school, I know that now. And most times, they're always saying they need more male teachers, And literally, as I'm saying all these stats, I'm bringing out stats, bringing out this, bringing out that. I can see in her face that, wow, she's thinking, nah, this guy came prepared. But guess what? As I'm saying all these stats, I'm thinking, yeah, I've definitely got it. She now turned around, she said, who is the Secretary of State for Education? That's when my mind just shut. All these stats that I've learned, they became useless. So my mind literally shut. And I was just like, huh? Sorry, come again. She said, who is the Secretary of State for Education? I was like, huh? I remember her. I know she looks like, but I can't really. I said, I remember the face, but I can't remember what's her name. Then, I think she now told me the name. After this interview, I did not tell this sports shop that I'm going to this interview. When I finished that interview, I asked the lady, I said, when are we going to find out whether we made it through or not? After the interview, the sports shop kept on calling me. He said, oh, are you coming? What's happening? What's this? So I was like, oh, I'm not coming at this moment. I'm trying to delay it till the next Friday when we get the result. So the next Friday comes, we now got the result that I've made it into my teacher training. They've accepted me, they've given me a place. As they've said that, wow, my mind was just, wow. Because now, it wasn't just the teacher training I was looking at, I've also got the PE job. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, what am I going to do? So I spoke to a few people and they said, you know what, go for the teacher training, because when you get to the teacher training, you'll be fully qualified as a teacher, and then obviously you can go back to your sports. Because for me, it was really difficult because I was thinking PE and sports is always something I was really into. So I ended up taking my teacher training, and every time I'm there, every time I want to give up, I always say to myself, I left my PE job, obviously that became an extra motivation. And when I went, it was a year's course. It was tough. I really learned a lot and I really benefited a lot. It took me at least a good year and a half to get to the teacher training course. But you know what, I'm really grateful and I'm really appreciative that I really got in. If you are looking into teacher training, or if you are looking to become a teacher, There are variable routes for you to go into that you can look into, and trust me, it's a very, very rewarding profession, and you get to learn every day, you get to become better. I will be making a video on what are some of the benefits of becoming a teacher, and you should definitely tune into it. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, holla.